Lord, I trust in you.
Your prayer is immensely pleasing to me. I am always in your heart.
Lord, I have thought of you so many times today.
I thought of you before I called you into being.
Jesus, how did you think of me?
In terms of admitting you to my eternal happiness.
You also thought of me when you created the world, didn't you?
All this I created for you, my spouse, and know that all this beauty is nothing compared to what I have prepared for you in eternity.
Lord, your goodness is sublime.
Everything that you say about my goodness is true. Language has no adequate expression to extol my goodness. Bring your ear close to my heart, forget everything else, and meditate upon my wondrous mercy. My love will give you the strength and courage you need. My eyes rest with pleasure upon this house today.
Lord, what would you like me to meditate now?
Now you shall consider my love in the Blessed Sacrament. Here I am entirely yours, soul, body, and divinity. In the host is your power. It will defend you. Do not fear anything, my daughter. All the adversaries will be shattered at my feet. All the difficulties will serve for the fulfillment of my will. You know what love demands. Reciprocity.
Today I did not receive Holy Communion, for I felt so sinful.
My daughter, do not omit Holy Communion unless you know well that your fall was serious. Apart from this, no doubt must stop you from uniting yourself with me in the mystery of my love. Your minor faults will disappear in my love like a piece of straw thrown into a great furnace. Know that you grieve me greatly when you fail to receive me in Holy Communion. How painful it is to me that souls so seldom unite themselves to me in Holy Communion. I wait for souls, and they are indifferent towards me. I love them tenderly and sincerely, and they distrust me. I want to lavish my graces on them, and they do not want to accept them. They treat me as a dead object, whereas my heart is full of love and mercy. So that you may know at least some of my pain, imagine the most tender of mothers who has great love for her children, while those children spurn her love. Consider her pain.
But Holy Communion is an amazing gift. It grants us so many graces, and yet I hardly know how to appreciate it.
Behave as if you were a beggar who does not back away when he receives more alms than he asked for, but offers thanks the more fervently. You too should not back away and say that you are not worthy of receiving greater graces when I give them to you. I know that you are unworthy, but rejoice all the more and take as many treasures from my heart as you can carry, for then you will please me more. Take these graces not only for yourself, but also for others. That is, Encourage the souls with whom you come in contact to trust in my infinite mercy. Oh, how I love those souls who have complete confidence in me. I will do everything for them.
Lord, what else would you like me to meditate?
I desire that you know more profoundly the love that burns in my heart for souls. And you will understand this when you meditate upon my passion. My passion will help you rise above all things. There is more merit to 1 hour of meditation on my sorrowful passion than there is to a whole year of flagellation that draws blood. The contemplation of my painful wounds is of great profit to you, and it brings me great joy. Consider my sufferings before Pilate. When I was dying on the cross, I was not thinking about myself, but about poor sinners, and I prayed for them to my Father. There is but one price at which souls are bought, and that is by suffering united to my suffering on the cross. On the cross, the fountain of my mercy was opened wide by the lance for all souls. No one have I excluded. My daughter, suffering will be a sign to you that I am with you. My child, you please me most by suffering. In your physical as well as your mental sufferings, my daughter, do not seek sympathy from creatures. I want to delight in the love of your heart, a pure love, unblemished. The more you will come to love suffering, my daughter, the purer your love for me will be. Pure love understands these words. Carnal love will never understand them. My passion was for the salvation of souls. Seek strength and light in my passion. There are few souls who contemplate my passion with true feeling. I give great graces to souls who meditate devoutly on my passion. Consider well, my daughter, what you are doing for their salvation.
Jesus, I witness your passion, and yet I do so little for the salvation of souls.
My daughter, you must know that your silent day-to-day acceptance of my will ushers many souls into heaven. And when it seems to you that your suffering exceeds your strength, contemplate my wounds, and you will rise above human scorn and judgment. From all my wounds, like from streams, mercy flows for souls. But the wound in my heart is the fountain of unfathomable mercy. From this fountain spring all graces for souls. The flames of compassion burn me. I desire greatly to pour them out upon souls.
Lord, I admit before you that I'm afraid to suffer.
My daughter, do not be afraid of sufferings. I am with you, and nothing will happen to you against my will. A suffering soul is closest to my heart. I am very pleased that you confide your fears to me, my daughter. Speak to me about everything in a completely simple and human way. By this you will give me great joy. I understand you because I am God and man. This simple language of your heart is more pleasing to me than the hymns composed in my honor. Know, my daughter, that the simpler your speech is, the more you attract me to yourself. Don't exert yourself so much with words. Those whom you love in a special way, I too love in a special way, and for your sake I shower my graces upon them. I am pleased when you tell me about them, but do not do so with such excessive effort. I find no rest in such a soul. The constant din tires me, and in the midst of it the soul cannot discern my voice. Why do you not tell me about everything that concerns you, even the smallest details? Tell me about everything, and know that this will give me great joy.
But Lord, you know everything.
Yes, I do know, but you should not excuse yourself with the fact that I know, but with childlike simplicity talk to me about everything, for my ears and heart are inclined towards you, and your words are dear to me.
What is it that moves you, Lord?
It is love that has brought me here, and love keeps me here. If you knew what great merit and reward is earned by one act of pure love for me, you would die of joy. I am saying this so that you may constantly unite yourself with me through love, for this is the goal of the life of your soul. This act is an act of the will.
What else is important, Lord?
In this meditation, consider the love of neighbor. Is your love for your neighbor guided by my love? Do you pray for your enemies? Do you wish well to those who have, in one way or another, caused you sorrow or offended you? Know that whatever good you do to any soul, I accept it as if you had done it to me. The heart of my beloved must resemble mine. From her heart must spring the fountain of my mercy for souls. Otherwise, I will not acknowledge her as mine.
Today I went to visit someone who is sick.
My daughter, you gave me great pleasure by rendering me that service, greater pleasure than if you had prayed for a long time.
But Lord, instead of attending you, my Jesus, I was attending that sick person.
My daughter, whatever you do for your neighbor, you do it for me.
What are the most important virtues that I should try to live out?
My daughter, let 3 virtues adorn you in a particular way: humility, purity of intention, and love. Do nothing beyond what I demand of you, and accept everything that my hand gives you. Strive for a life of recollection so that you can hear my voice, which is so soft that only recollected souls can hear it.
Lord, what do you desire of me?
My daughter, you give me the greatest glory by faithfully fulfilling my desires. Why are you afraid to do my will? Will I not help you as I have done thus far? So many reservations, so much distrust, so much caution. Call upon my mercy on behalf of sinners. I desire their salvation. When you say this prayer with a contrite heart and with faith on behalf of some sinner, I will give him the grace of conversion. This is the prayer. O blood and water which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a fount of mercy for us, I trust in you.
What else should I know, Lord?
My daughter, I want to teach you about spiritual warfare. Never trust in yourself, but abandon yourself totally to my will. In desolation, darkness, and doubts, have recourse to me and to your spiritual director. He will always answer you in my name. Do not bargain with any temptation. Lock yourself immediately in my heart, and at the first opportunity, reveal the temptation to the confessor. Put your self-love in the last place, so that it does not taint your deeds. Bear with yourself with great patience. Do not neglect interior mortifications. Always justify to yourself the opinions of your superiors and of your confessor. Shun grumblers like a plague. Let all act as they like. You are to act as I want you to. Observe the rule as faithfully as you can. If someone causes you to trouble, think what good you can do for the person who caused you to suffer. Do not pour out your feelings. Be silent when you are rebuked. Do not ask everyone's opinion, but only the opinion of your confessor. Be as frank and simple as a child with him. Do not become discouraged by ingratitude. Do not examine with curiosity the roads down which I lead you. When boredom and discouragement beat against your heart, run away from yourself and hide in my heart. Do not fear struggle. Courage itself often intimidates temptations, and they dare not attack us. Always fight with the deep conviction that I am with you. Do not be guided by feeling, because it is not always under your control. All merit lies in the will. Always depend upon your superiors, even in the smallest things. I will not delude you with prospects of peace and consolations. On the contrary, prepare for great battles. Be faithful to my grace. If you do not succeed in taking advantage of an opportunity, do not lose your peace, but humble yourself profoundly before me, and with great trust immerse yourself completely in my mercy. In this way, you gain more than you have lost, because more favor is granted to a humble soul than the soul itself asks for. Know, my daughter, that I do not grant my graces to proud souls, and I even take away from them the graces I have granted.
What offends you, Lord?
The loss of each soul plunges me into mortal sadness. You always console me when you pray for sinners. The prayer most pleasing to me is prayer for the conversion of sinners. Know, my daughter, that this prayer is always heard and answered. I thirst.
What can I do to quench your thirst, Lord?
Encourage souls to place great trust in my fathomless mercy. Let the weak, sinful soul have no fear to approach me. For even if it had more sins than there are grains of sand in the world, all would be drowned in the immeasurable depths of my mercy. I am love and mercy itself. When a soul approaches me with trust, I fill it with such an abundance of graces that it cannot contain them within itself, but radiates them to other souls. To comfort you, let me tell you that there are souls living in the world who love me dearly. I dwell in their hearts with delight, but they are few. In convents too there are souls that fill my heart with joy. They bear my features, therefore the Heavenly Father looks upon them with special pleasure. They will be a marvel to angels and men. Their number is very small. They are a defense for the world before the justice of the Heavenly Father, and a means of obtaining mercy for the world. The love and sacrifice of these souls sustain the world in existence.
Oh Jesus, I know you are here. You know that I love you. May all glory and honor be for you, O most holy Trinity, eternal God. May the mercy that gushes forth from your heart protect us from your just anger. May your inconceivable mercy be praised. Lord, All your works are marked with your deep mercy.
My daughter, your heart is my heaven. The inner peace that you have is a grace. You see that you are not alone. I desire to find in your heart a place to rest. I am pleased to rest in your heart, and nothing will stop me from granting you graces. My heart watches over you.
O blood and water that gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a font of mercy for us, I trust in thee.